Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a couple quick videos that I hope will be helpful for everybody. We're just going to finish a black leather cord. And I do it a little differently than most other people do, because I've never been able to get the little swirl around the end of the wire and make it stick and be right. Anyway, in this video we're using 2mm leather cord, and I am not sure what size the jump rings are. But it doesn't really matter, you just want the jump rings to be a little bit wider than the cord. And then add an extra jump ring so the toggle can move around. This cord I wanted to be 18 inches. So what I did was I measured 19 inches of cord, knowing that I'm going to use about 2 inches to make the little loops at the ends. Each loop takes about an inch of the leather cord to make, and the toggle comes to, after it's all on there with the jump rings and everything, it comes to about an inch. So if we cut our cord to be 19 inches, then we will use 2 inches for the loops and gain an inch from the toggle clasp. So about 18 inches it'll be. Doesn't have to be exact. So then what I do is I measure an inch, 1 inch in from the end of the leather cord, bend it in half, and then I'm using in this video half round wire. You can use round wire. I wouldn't go any smaller than 24 gauge because it'll cut right through the leather cord. Anyway, you wrap it around there nice and snug and pinch it with your pliers so it's actually gripping onto the leather cord. You don't want it to pull out. You want to trim them when you trim the half round around wire, whatever you're using to make the loop stay. Trim them so both the tails end on the same side, so at least one side will look nice and the other side will have tails, but make sure you pinch them in nice and tight against the leather so it doesn't get hooked or scratched at anybody. Pinch those ends in nice and tight, like I said. No scratchy scratchy. No catchy catchy. And ta-da! A nice little loop. If you have little bits at the end of the cord left sticking out there, you can trim them down. Be very careful you don't cut the other side of the cord. Just be very, very careful. Then flip over, other end of the cord, do the same thing, measure an inch, fold it in half. Wrap your wire around there so it holds it snug. How many times you wrap around there is up to you. I usually do 4. It really depends on the size of the wire I'm using. I think this is 20 gauge half round. I'm guessing I bought it so long ago, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But 4 wraps, it seems good, seems pleasing to the eye. You could even use a heavier gauge wire and make like a little loop decoration on top of the wraps. But I don't like to add extra things that I think are going to get caught on things. But it could work, especially since this is going to be clasping in the front. I worry about hair getting tangled in things. It's a nightmare for me. I have long hair and it's always getting stuck and aggravating me. Wrap around. Make sure you keep pinching until it's gripping the wire, or gripping the leather. Make sure you tuck those ends in nice and tight. Very careful if you're trimming that little tail. And now we're going to attach the toggle clasp. And we want to make sure we make these loops as uniform as possible. We want them to be, about the same size. When I attach toggle clasp, I use 2 jump rings on each side so that there's plenty of play for the toggle clasp to move around and be able to get through itself. These long weird pauses here, and this is why I decided to do wire and wiki and read articles. Thought about it for this video. I have a short little article that's just really bizarre that I'd like to read. Should only take a few minutes. Maybe I'll do it in the next video. So the jump rings I'm using, I'm pretty sure they're copper-plated iron, because I'm lazy like that all these years and I still haven't tried to make my own jump rings. I really should. Hey, maybe we can do it together on a video. We'll learn together how to make jump rings. I'm just worried that they're going to be too soft if I make them myself. So I have to put them in a tumbler and get all the stuff that go with that. Anyway, that's another video. Ta-da! The cord's all made. Now if you're going to use a toggle clasp to hang a pendant on, make sure you get a nice big one so your toggle arm can still fit through with the pendant hanging on it. And that pendant I'm putting on there, you can learn how to make that in another video, and I'll put a link. Ta-da! Gorgeous. I really like it. I think it goes really well together. Well, thank you, and I'll see you next time.